Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, going from yesterday, after RJ punched Zinda in the face, he is yelling, he's screaming. I'm surprised that Hope and Liam didn't overhear that whole thing. I mean, the officers can't be that far away, but he pretty much just accuses him of taking advantage of Luna. Smith is saying that she was high on the meds, she wasn't in her right frame of mind. You know, you betrayed me, this, that, and the third. And of course, Zenny's like, that's not how it happened. He thought that, she made the first move. He didn't know. He would never done it. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty much every scenario that you've seen in the comment section from people defending him to people accusing him of taking advantage of her. And what it generally comes down to, my personal opinion, no, he didn't take advantage of her, but he knew that at the time that was RJ's girl. And at the very least, you could have sat there and be like, "Yo, what's going on? You just showed up in my bed like out of nowhere, like you were just at the party with my cousin, and yeah, I invited you over, but I mean, really, you just that type of person? You just gonna sit there and do my cousin like that? Nothing crossed his mind, right? But he's pissed off, and they're going back and forth. Meanwhile, Luna is freaking out. Poppy comes over there to try to calm her down. But ultimately, even though Poppy was like, you going there may make the situation a lot worse, her doing nothing, she's getting all antsy. And in all fairness, Poppy was right. You should have, let him take the time to cool down, to process this whole thing. So this way, when he does come back to you, he's not off of that adrenaline, you know? I think, but again, Luna wanted to get down there in case RJ did something that he couldn't take back. Well, of course, when he got down there, they saw his face and was like, oh, okay. Now, the whole time, Zende is telling RJ, hey, listen, you need to sit there and forgive her. She didn't do anything. This isn't her fault. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. See, the problem with this part is that he's playing the good guy. He's like, listen, I messed up, but she still loves you, this, that, and the third. What was that good guy mentality when you just saw her just in your bed? And you didn't sit there and bother to question any of that. You didn't even sit there and say, you know what, I want to be with you. But if you want to be with me, how about we sit there and wait a couple of days before, you make rash decisions? Where was that good guy persona then? That's my issue. So this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like too little too late to sit there and be like, no, just, you still love her. Just say that you forgive her. In a lot of ways, you can kind of miss me with that. Now, while that's going on, then is like a parrot of Steffi. So they're telling him that he needs to sit there and get over his, grief her and just kind of just move on. I'm like, that's not how grief works, you know? He's sitting there, keeps saying that he saw 10 toes. He asked about this woman named Sugar. Finn doesn't know. I mean, why would Finn really know? Um, it wasn't that long ago he found that Sheila was his mom, let alone what kind of skeletons does she have in her closet. Now, of course, Deacon also talks about, and this is something that I did forget. There was times where she was just gone. There's times she was just gone. She was just making these random trips. God knows where he didn't know. And so now things are starting to add up. Maybe. But he does sit there and wonder if Sheila's in trouble. Now, it's kind of interesting because if you come to my live streams, Ronnie Ron keeps talking about how Sugar has Sheila held captive. Makes me wonder, does he have a point? Liam and Hope talk about Deacon, his bad choices, the fact that they can actually have a relationship again because Sheila's not there. And maybe thinking of having Beth spend more time with Deacon because she's missing Thomas since he's damn near across. I mean, not Thomas, Douglas, because he's damn near on the other side of the world. Because Hope wants to then string this man along. Let's just be absolutely, let's just be real about that. She wanted what she wanted, but the hell with what he wanted. So you talk about that mostly. That's pretty much where that goes. At the end of the day, that is the question. Will RJ forgive Luna? Now, Lady J asked me that question in a live stream, and I am, when it comes to us cheating, you're done. That is it. You are done, point blank, period. But in this case, she wasn't in her right frame of mind. So, as hardcore as I am about that, I would sit there and forgive her because she was not in her right frame of mind. You know? But that's the question though. Will he be able to forgive her? Or will he just be like, you know what, listen, I'm done? Because he's already sitting there looking at her like things are tainted. And to be fair, you can't just sit there and put him on the spot right then and there. Like, so you gonna forgive her? You gonna forgive her? Now that you know, you gonna forgive her? No, he's gonna sit there and take his time. Since she took her time to sit there and tell him, he's gonna sit there and take his time and be like, let me think about that. Now, ultimately, should he forgive her? Well, I guess that's every man's journey. Um, I would, but that's just me. It's a rare exception, very rare exception, because I don't care if it's a bad choice, one night, whatever it is, you're done, you're dead. But in a case like that where she didn't know, then it's a lot different. Anyway, I want to know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Anything that I missed, and I probably did miss a couple of things, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, Bold and Beautiful, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and Young and Restless, because I got some stuff to talk about as well. It's like summer just made me, I don't want to sit there and say hate, but made me really dislike her all over again. So come through tonight, and we'll sit there and talk all about it. I'll see you in the next video.